This is Mr. and what I have for you today is a Town Hall 12 taking out this Town Hall 13. Let's dive straight in. It's not a maxed out Town Hall 13. In fact, it's a new Town Hall 13. It's a Town Hall 12 that's only just gone to Town Hall 13. And it's added some little extra surprises in the middle, and it's got a low level Royal Champ down the bottom. However, what that means is you're still dealing with two scatter shots, even if they're level 1, and you still have to take out a Royal Champ, even if it's only a little small level 2. They're extra things that you have to get rid of, regardless of whether it's a brand new one or not. Yes, you are not sending your troops into fully maxed out weaponry, that's a given, but you're still having to deal with the extra DPS coming in at your troops. Queen on the left has just taken out their CC and is now dealing with a little bit of scattershot damage. King and Pekka from the clan castle on the right hand side, and now here come the hog miner portion. Notice that little funnel thing that we've talked about that on the ring bases before. Clearing the corner, clear the corner. Now the great thing about this is that it kind of forces you to clear the corners. Those walls are kind of forcing you to clear the corners on the base. Thank you very much, base. Now these troops here on the top scatter shot, they're inside the radius of the scatter shot, so no problem there. Grand Warden's ability's been activated. Queen's still down the bottom, going to deal with that king in the moment. Hogs and miners up this top right hand side here. Got a baby dragon following along. Almost going to take out that queen. Oh, look at the health on that queen's only just down. She's just doing a little bit of damage, taking out a few hogs. The attacking queen just went down. Still got an inferno to deal with. Got miners over here on the left. The healers have gone onto the miners. Still got a couple of hogs up and one wizard tower, and that's it with the Grand Warden. And now we're just waiting for the inevitable to happen. This queen's health is just about all but gone. And we've got of course, the Grand Warden tower, but don't worry about that. That hog won't help. He's just gone flying off the map. Only path to go, and there's a spring trap. So it's almost like, oh, you're kidding. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. The queen would have taken him out. As soon as he got into range, he wouldn't have even got a hit off on that Grand Warden tower. Watch how quick the miners take care of this queen. Boom, she's down. So she didn't hardly do anything. Base done. So the choice was on this attack. We'll have another look at it. We'll just have a quick look at what the possible choices were on the attack. Yes, this was a fresh hit triple. Like I said, it was not a max 10 or 12. Okay, let's have a look at the choices here. The choices are you come in from either of these corners and you must come in from the other corner to help try and get that funnel. But because the clan castle's over on this side, we're kind of forced to either send queen in from here to deal with the clan castle or the queen in from here. Problem is, if you send the queen in from here, you then have the choice of, do I send the Pekka and king from this direction or this direction? Whatever do you think is the easiest for you to take out later on or not? And then that being the case, you're dealing with a couple of inferno towers. So if you think that the easiest thing is to take out the inferno towers first, so that you're not dealing with inferno towers on the back end of the attack, then you are kind of forced to come in from here with the queen because she will get access to the clan castle, and then you are forced to come in from here with the king and the siege barracks to get this funnel created so that when you send your troops, they wipe out these inferno towers very rapidly. That's if you think these two inferno towers are a bigger threat, of course. Otherwise, you could come in from here and only deal with one inferno tower, then you're dealing with two inferno towers and a queen at the back end. So there's that 50-50. Do I take out two infernos at the beginning, or do I take one and then have to deal with three things at the end? I think it makes more sense to take out the two inferno towers. Let's have one more look at it. Just wanted to run through those choices. The base is forcing you to come in on the corners. You possibly have seen a slight different version of this base where the corners meet up and there's little gaps on the side. Might have seen that sort of style as well. If I can find an attack on a base like that, if next time we come across one, I'll put that one up as well, because that is a base that we do often see, but we haven't seen one for a few days now. So next time I come across one of those ones, Town Hall 12 or Town Hall 13, I'll grab the 3-star on that and I'll throw that up as well, because that's another common base that I think a lot of people actually struggle with. Now you can see the Queen's got the poison down to take out the enemy CC. Yes, the old Electro Drag Loon trick in the enemy CC. King's gone down. Barbs are now coming out of the Clan Castle with the P.E.K.K.A. obviously. Now the King's ability has been used. The Queen's ability has not been used. One freeze on the scatter shot just to try and take a little bit of damage off the troops coming in. You're not going to be able to spend too many freezes on the scatter shot. Otherwise, you don't have any freezes for later on. Now, here's a scatter shot freeze while the troops are in that town hall radius. So it did save them from a shot just before the Grand Warden's ability was used to try and keep these hogs alive, but that didn't go so well. If the fraction of a second was a little bit different, lost a lot of hogs in the middle to the bottom of the town hall. If the Warden's ability had been able to stay on for maybe a couple seconds later, it's just one of those timing things. You don't get it right all the time. So their troops have taken out the rest of the base pretty nicely, just waiting for that sort of last couple things. Now you can see the problem. If you had to deal with 2 Infernos at the end, it just would have been a lot harder than dealing with 1 Inferno and 1 little sick sort of wizard as well, because the Queen would have pathed, who knows which way she would have passed. She might not have gone this way. She might have also pathed up that way following your funnel. You never know these things. In this case, it was easier to get the 2 Infernos down at the beginning. And like I said, fresh hit. So he didn't know all these 3 bombs were right up there at the start. Didn't know that. And you can see the 3 bombs down at the bottom as well. So definitely protecting those areas as a point of entrance to try and stop the attacker in his tracks from creating any kind of double funnel. It didn't work in this case. And Town Hall 12 takes out Town Hall 13, even though it's a new Town Hall 13. In any case, that's all I've got for this video. If you have any questions or comments about this, do please leave them down below. If you like this sort of content, base hits, things like that, do subscribe to the channel. Share it with your clan mates as well, so they know how to attack these sorts of bases. Same principle if you're a Town Hall 12, you attack this base the same way. And as always, thanks for watching.